You're my favorite deputy. Yep, guys, that line was from the movie that everybody knows and grew up with and loves. What is the movie that I am reviewing today, you may ask? Well, my friends, the movie that I am reviewing is the one and only Toy Story. Hi guys, this is Jonathan, the Disney and Tom and Jerry fan 2020 here, and today I am reviewing on Toy Story that came in the year of 1995. So basically what the plot is that Andy's playing with his toys. And yep, he's playing with his toys with Woody with his own style. And then later on, it turns out that it was Andy's birthday party before he moves. And then all the toys come to life, and then they gather up for a meeting. Woody makes a meeting for a moving buddy. And then Andy's birthday guests arrive, and then they just watch as they come in. Then they get the speaker, and Woody sends the Green Soldier armies out so they can know what Andy got for his birthday. So far, Andy got a lunchbox, battleship, and a few other things that he got. And the last thing he got was a Buzz Lightyear action figure. So Andy and his friends ran to Andy's bed, and the toys are hiding because of that. And they took Buzz into Andy's room. And then when they left, the toys gather up to see the new toy. But Woody was the first one to see Buzz Lightyear, and then Buzz Lightyear comes to life, thinking that he's a real space ranger. Woody introduces himself to him, and then all his other toys come. The toys quickly became very impressed with Buzz Lightyear when Buzz Lightyear introduces himself to other people. Everyone, that is, except for Woody. And then there's this one scene where Woody's life had changed when Buzz Lightyear got all the attention and all the stuff that's taking over Woody's place. That made Woody felt rejected. Then Woody confronts Buzz, saying that he needs to stay away from Andy, that Andy's is his. Then we come to the scene where we meet this toy destroying sadistic kid named Sid. Yep, they look at Sid with a combat call, and the combat call explodes. And then later on, Andy and his mom and Molly go to Pizza Planet. But Andy is allowed to bring in one toy. Woody was mad that the Wonder Ball thing, the Ask the Ball thing, said don't count on it. And then he told Buzz that we've got trouble, and then a helpless toy, which is a ball that he accidentally threw, and then things had turned a little bit chaos. And Buzz then accidentally falls off the window. The toys were very angry at Woody for making Buzz fall off the window, but Woody tries to convince them that it was an accident. Later on, Andy wanted to bring Buzz, but he couldn't find him. So instead he brought Woody. And then we go to this gas station where Buzz jumps into the car and Woody's like, "Oh my goodness, you're alive, Buzz! Oh my goodness, yes, I'm safe. You could tell everybody that this was all just a big mistake." But then Buzz Lightyear wasn't convinced about Woody's trick. But then they had a fight, and then they fell out of the car, and then they left without them. Then they bicker at each other, and then they saw the pizza truck, and Woody's like, "Oh no, I don't want to go without Buzz." But then Woody tells Buzz that he found a spaceship, but it was actually a Pizza Planet truck. They go in there and go to Pizza Planet and find Andy. But Buzz Lightyear saw the rock spaceship and goes into the claw machine. He meets the aliens and say that he comes in peace. Woody tries to go in there and get him out of there, but Sid plays the claw machine and he grabs Buzz Lightyear, and Woody tries to grab him, and then he ends up being with Sid. Then Sid goes home, and Sid goes home with Woody and Buzz, and then he gives the alien that he got from the claw machine to Scud, and then he destroys it. And then he takes Hannah's doll and pretends that she's sick, and then she replaces the doll with a dinosaur head. I don't remember the name of that dinosaur. But then Sid's toys come to life, and then Woody freaks out about it. And then the next morning, and then later that night, Andy says, "Mom, have you seen Woody?" And Andy tries to get Woody, but he was gone. Yeah. And Andy wasn't happy about that. And then the next morning, Sid tortured Woody, and then Woody had to get something to get that burn out of him. And then he saw the door being open, and then he said, "Oh my goodness, yes, we're free!" And then he tries to escape with Buzz, but Sid's toys are here, and he freaks out, and he uses a karate chop, Buzz's karate chop action. And then he sees Scud, and he quickly becomes scared, and then they try to be quiet to escape, but then the pull string makes the dog wake up. Then they split up, and when Buzz Lightyear saw the toy commercial of him, he realized that he's not a flying toy, and he's an actual toy. So Buzz Lightyear tries to fly, but he couldn't. And Hannah was asking for her Sally doll, but she uses a Buzz Lightyear doll instead to play T. Woody sees Buzz playing T, but he pretends to be Hannah's mom, and then later on, he tries to get Buzz, and Buzz Lightyear quickly becomes depressed, and the funny thing is that when Woody says Buzz, let's get you out of here, Buzz. Buzz Lightyear said, don't you get it? You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit. And then Woody tells him, snap out of it, Buzz. Then Buzz Lightyear says he no longer can fly out of the window. And then he looks at the window, which is close to Andy's house, and he was happy about that. Then Woody tries to convince the toys that he's still alive. And he's so excited to get out of Sid's house and go into Andy's before they move. And then Buzz Lightyear just didn't focus on Woody. He just was very depressed. And then he gets the Christmas lights and sends it to Slinky to hold. And then Mr. Potato Head and the toy's like, hey, where's Buzz? And then Woody gets Buzz Lightyear's hand. But then when and then he pretended to be Buzz, and then later on Mr. Potato Head said, what are you trying to pull? But then Woody said, nothing. And yes, he accidentally shows Buzz Lightyear's hand without Buzz, and the toy freaks out, and Rex starts to throw up. Mr. Potato Head became angry and said, I hope Sid pulls out your voice box off, you creep. And then they left. Woody then became devastated, and he tries to convince Slinky, but Slinky sadly put down the window curtain, and it's beginning to rain. But then Sid's toys come, and Woody freaks out thinking that they're gonna eat him, but they actually fix him instead. And Sid then comes to his room with a packet called the Big One, and he uses it for Buzz Lightyear. And it began to rain, and Sid's like, oh. But then tomorrow, he'll choose tomorrow because it's a sunny day tomorrow. Then Andy becomes sad because he doesn't have Woody and Buzz. And Andy's mom's like, oh, it's okay. We'll find Woody and Buzz before we leave tomorrow. And yeah. And then Andy just falls asleep, and Bo Peep says to Woody, if only you could see how much Andy misses you. Okay, part 2 will be in session, so stay tuned.